Hi. Last month on Emerging EdTech, we put up a survey looking for feedback from educators about which technologies they felt can have the biggest impact on student learning and outcomes. This is the first of two posts we're doing in which we're sharing results from that survey.
The survey's basic approach was to lay out technologies in many different categories and ask survey takers which of those technologies they felt could be the most impactful, second most impactful, and third most impactful. And they were also allowed to provide other input or other categories of tools, and then to go on and provide some feedback on why they chose those particular technologies. We also asked participants about their professional roles in education and about the grade levels they teach at. And if you come out to the blog post, you can see these graphs. And if you click on the graph, you'll get a larger image that makes it easier to read. But to summarize quickly, about 70% of the respondents were teachers, a little under 30% were technologists, about 15% administrators, and then a mix of librarian students and others. We did allow people to enter other roles, but we just had a few responses like instructional coach and faculty developer. And we also did allow people to respond multiple times, so if they had multiple roles, that was indicated essentially. And as far as grade levels, about 70% of the responses came from college, university, high school, or post-grad. And then there was a split of the other 30% or so amongst elementary, middle school, and individual or independent study. So that's a bit of a breakdown of the types of folks that responded. And next, let's take a look at the actual responses. So here we see a bar chart representing the percentage of responses for those technologies that were chosen as the potentially most impactful technologies to improve student learning and outcomes. And the number one choice was professional development regarding technology integration. So I don't think that's a huge surprise. It's been a shortcoming for many years in many technology projects and still deserves to be planned for accordingly and funded accordingly and made a very high priority of any technology rollout. Next, we have providing every student a computer and internet access. They don't have these tools, they're not going to be able to leverage most of these types of technologies. And third was mobile technologies, which are just, blowing up. I mean, it's becoming so important. Naturally, some of these categories here can potentially overlap with others. And along those lines, one of the comments about mobile technologies was that if kids have these in hand, it kind of enables the many of the other technologies provided here in the survey sets of technology categories. Now, if you come out to the post, you'll see I've also provided a fair number of the comments that teachers left regarding why they selected these specific technologies as those they thought were most impactful. I focused here on just this number 1, 2, and 3 categories: professional development, providing every student a computer and internet access, and mobile technologies. And I think it provides some nice insights. We will continue our analysis of the survey next week, looking at the number 2 and 3 selections, and then looking at how they kind of roll up. If you look at which categories got the most votes in any particular ranking, how does that change our perspective? And then I do mention that in terms of the number of responses to the survey, there were 66. I was hoping for a lot more. There have been over 34,000 unique visitors on the site in the 4 weeks since I put this out there. And maybe I should have offered some kind of incentive, but I was hoping to get feedback from those who cared enough to take some time to provide some response. And I think with the breadth of roles covered and grades covered, that this definitely does give some insight into what teachers are thinking about this. So I hope you come out and read the article and stop back next week and read the follow-up. Thanks a lot.